What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds.
Oh. There. Now
Welcome to the awakening world.
Headphones. There. That's what Zoom has.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Awakening World. And I'm your coach, love coach, Scott Katamas, your host, I should say. I'm coach for some of you, actually. And we've got a really beautiful, beautiful show tonight. Every year, we have supported World Unity Week and have met so many of our favorite presenters and luminaries. We've met them through World Unity Week. They've been on Global Peace Tribe shows. And we all have a really wonderful history with each other. And so tonight, we've got some really wonderful, wonderful guests. The man who makes World Unity Week happen, our beloved Ben Bowler is with us, coming to us from Australia. And so it's always wonderful to have Ben with us. And his partner in goodness, his partner in truth, beauty, and goodness, Jon Ramer, is with us. And his other incredible partner, who I think is the person who really makes everything happen, Irina Morrison, is with us. And behind every great Jon Ramer, there needs to be a Summer Joy Ramer. And she's with us as well, which we're really excited about. I can see people are waving, a lot of the people that dance with her on a regular basis. But wait, there's more. We've got wonderful music, and I need to establish it was Jon Ramer who introduced me and the Global Peace Tribe to Tatiana Speed. I have falsely been giving credit to Ben, and Jon made it very clear to me that he is the one. So all hail Jon Ramer for bringing Tatiana Speed into our wonderful Global Peace Tribe, which has become one of the most beloved luminaries. We also
deserves a lot of credit. Ben deserves a lot of credit too. Let's just be clear. Getting this all together here. So
we are one big happy family, which is a beautiful thing. We also have with us coming back to provide beautiful mantra music and kirtan. Kiranjot Kaur is with us. Welcome back. Such a blessing to have you with us. And our wonderful kind of new ongoing regular, if you will, Desiree is going to be with us, adding her magic. So it's going to be a lovely show. We've got some really beautiful things planned. And please let us know in the chat box about truth, beauty, and goodness. Truth, beauty, and goodness. Oh, we have one other guest. I am remiss in my duties. Probably because I'm terrified I'm going to get his name wrong. So I'm going to let Tatiana give us the proper pronunciation of
our dear Geshe Yang, who is a Tibetan Buddhist monk, and we're so happy to have him here, honored to have him here.
Thank you. So it's a really, really wonderful combination of people. And we are going to start with Tatiana, who has a beautiful video that I think is Omashar is still in England. He'll be back with us a week from tonight. He's still with his mom. But tell us a little bit about this video that we're about to watch.
Sure. Let's see. So this is an older video, but I think it has aged remarkably well. As you will see, it feels more timely now in some ways than ever. It actually, I think I did write it for Unity Week 3 years ago. And Jon Ramer was a real big support of this video, and it was the first time I experienced a sine wave where it went out into the world. It was so exciting. It was one of the first videos I'd ever made. And I really wanted to capture that feeling of the unity of our Earth family. And then the video I made, yeah, has some of the avatars of our history: Martin Luther King, Princess Diana, Nelson Mandela, these symbols of resistance and revolution and evolution that have really touched and blessed humanity through time. And I feel like with what's going on the planet now, we need their medicine and their strength and their power more than ever. So it was very wonderful to revisit this video and to feel these beings. And also it's got some familiar faces in it, this video, and just to give this mosaic of our humanity really was my intention, to celebrate the Earth family, celebrate our interconnectedness, celebrate who we are to each other, and to make to open the heart to the love that's here for each other, the Earth, all the living beings.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tatiana. It's a perfect video for what tonight is all about. So here we go with the Earth family.
Today we come together with a new vision for humanity, to co-create a united Earth family. And with this vision and our shared intuition, we have the potential to bring peace on Earth to fruition. We imagine a world where we take care of all of life, and with this intention we become beacons of light. So let's join together in manifestation to bring about societal transformation. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create a united Earth family. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create a united Earth family. We come together to unite, we come together to ignite unity between all forms of life. I see the one in the all and the all in the one. Our hearts beat to the same drum. We come together for the fate of the Earth. Every single one of us is needed to rebirth a new community, a new Earth family, a new reality and unity for all humanity. If we educate, we can innovate, create a blank slate for the world to co-create a new fate of societal change and renewal. Indigenous knowledge is a key, is a tool. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create a united Earth family. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create a united Earth family. United, 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 let's come together, Earth family. United, 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 let's come together, Earth family. we are innovators, we are change makers, pioneers and trailblazers, paving a path for an inclusive civilization to arise, a regenerative future for all beings, all life. We nurture cultures of peace and integrity. We celebrate the beauty of our infinite diversity, and from every corner of the world, creative expression paves the way for a future of intimate connection. The leaders of today, the leaders of tomorrow, we have seeds to sow, visions to grow, places to go, and now we know it's time for unity to co-create a united Earth family. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create a united Earth family. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create a united Earth family. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create. Let's come together, family. From the heart of humanity, we come together in unity to co-create. Let's come together, family.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful video, Tatiana. I'm going to go to gallery view. Let's all give her some really beautiful twinkle for the combination of her music, her lyrics, her editing. You know, putting something like that together is a very big project. So, and the perfect way to start World Unity Week. And thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, Scott. I look forward to coming back home with some more magic soon.
All right, we'll see you in a little while. All right, well, World Unity Week is an amazing thing. So we're going to bring Ben Bowler on. And Ben, every week, brings us together on Wednesday afternoons, afternoon for us here in California, evening and early Thursday morning, coming to us from Australia. And also want to bring on Irina. And I'd love for the two of you to share with our audience, anybody who's watching for the first time, a little bit about the history of World Unity Week and then how they can get involved. But we actually have a video to play. So let me do that first, because that kind of introduces people, then we'll turn it over to you guys.
We practice through loving service in the development of our hearts of compassion, kindness, caring, mercy for each other. So it is in selfless practice that we forget about the little self and to come to the bigger world in this selfless service, to drop all ego in that service. We do not serve for self-aggrandizement, but it is to give our heart of loving devotion to the divine source who created all there is.
I'm sure you can feel the courage that is being reignited as we listen to these principles of recognition that our earth is conscious and she's rising.
Peace consciousness, non-violence. And the sutra says, Patanjali says, when you're firmly established in peace consciousness, then all beings around you cease to feel hostility. Not by what you say, not by what you do, not by all your campaigns, but by your presence.
Perhaps the best way to approach life with a capital L is through this sense of wonder. It's through the feeling. It's the feeling of something magnificent.
Not only have we sustained ourselves as a civilization, but evolved into a higher civilization without destroying the earth. Humility, in fact, is the only path to sustainability. And arrogance is an indicator of non-sustainability.
Fundamentally, mind and consciousness aren't something we have, but what we and the whole world are.
The only way is for us to finally become one humanity and to understand there are no separations. There's only the collective.
Every time that we reach out beyond ourselves to help lift up another human being, we are helping to unify. We're helping to make one earth, one way, one beautiful way.
This whole earth is crying out for life. We can't dam up this life anymore. We have to return that life, let it flow back out into life.
I think that's the big thing that we need to be moving towards. We need to build this human capacity within all of us to connect and contextualize all of these forms of capital.
Enjoy the journey, every moment. Being present, taking your time, is so sacred and so a part of your evolution, of my evolution, of our evolution, taking the time to really listen to our hearts.
Beautiful video. I've brought Jon up as well. It is just such beautiful work that you all are doing. So tell us a little bit more about what's happening, how it's kicking off, and how people can be involved.
Okay.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Thanks for having us. I actually haven't been on Saturday Night Live in a couple of years, so I'm quite excited to be back. So World Unity Week number 6, truth, beauty, goodness, something that the whole world needs right now and longing for and looking for. So it is our year 6. As the video said, it started in 2020. It was one of those accidental things that turn great. So really it was a spur of the moment. We were getting ready to do Caravan of Unity across US. But then the COVID hit and everything got shut down, and we were thinking, you know, how we can still bring something about to the world. And I think it was once again Jon Ramer with his great mind saying that perhaps we should test doing something online. And the test just kind of exploded and grew into this big event that it's now in its 6th year. I think the 2021 was like a really big for World Unity Week. So many views, 32 convergence rooms, so many great minds coming together. But the most important thing is that over 6 years, there's thousands of organizations and individuals came together. We created this amazing platform for change makers to have their voice and to actually amplify that energy of change that we need on Earth right now. This year, the theme is truth, beauty, goodness. We're doing things a little bit differently. So Jon and Summer with Sine Wave and their partners are doing Solstice Unite. So once again, another great thing that is being born to kick off World Unity Week 2025. And I'm sure they'll tell you more about that next. How to get involved. So if you do perhaps have a presentation or a message that you do want to share with the world that can amplify the truth, beauty, goodness message and energy, you can email me directly, Irina at Unity Earth, and I'll pop that in a chat in a moment. And just, let me know what you have, and we can take it from there. What we're focusing on the most this year is the missions. So another thing that I'm not quite sure if it was year 2 or 3 when we brought the missions into the play. And that came about by introducing 99 days of peace through unity. So we had World Unity Week in 2020 in June. Then there was already planned event in September called Peace Weekend, which then once again grew into the whole week of events. Between World Unity Week in June and Peace Week in September, there's exactly 99 days. So we wanted to keep the momentum going. Therefore, we introduced movement and activities through those 99 days, which are now registered missions. So if you go to the website worldunityweek.org, click on the button participate, and you'll see the form to register your mission. What does that mean? It means a little commitment from you throughout those 99 days to have an action which will bring about some kind of a change. Whether you want to write a book, whether you want to hold a circle with your community, whether you want to change your diet through those 99 days, whatever sort of amplifies that energy of change, we welcome as a mission.
Beautiful. I just saw a message from Ben that he has to go take care of one of his children. And I really want to hear from him briefly. So we're going to get back. We'll take a look at the World Unity Week website together. But Ben is our spiritual leader. He is whom we love and follow. So Ben, I definitely want to hear from you before you need to go pick up your daughter.
Well, thank you so much, Scott. And Irina did a beautiful job laying out, the foundations of World Unity Week, and how perfect to have the United Earth Family song from Tatiana. It's such a perfect way to begin. It really is the essence of what World Unity Week is all about. All cultures, all nations, all generations, all lineages coming together to celebrate our unity. It's beautiful, it's true, it's good. And this year, those are our themes, which is amazing. So there are incredible presentations right across the week. The structure here is, and this will all be up on the website in a couple of days and out in One World and all the other places. But there's 2 plenary sessions every day from Sunday the 22nd through to Saturday the 28th. This is following Solstice Live, which you'll hear all about from Jon and Summer in a moment. But from the 22nd to the 28th, it's 10 a.m. Eastern to 12 p.m. Eastern, and then 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. And we have got, I'm honestly so proud of the content that's been curated for this year's Truth, Beauty, Goodness. It's mind-blowing, it's heart-expanding, from what's happening with the Hollow Movement to Humanity's Team and the evolutionary leaders, the indigenous wisdom that's there as well, musicians, our beloved Kristen Hoffman, Gary Melkin. It is a field that is just pumping with truth, beauty, and goodness. And so 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day Eastern time, and 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern every day from Sunday the 22nd through to Saturday the 28th. You'll have this incredible content and the engagement sessions, which will be co-hosted by Jon Ramer and Becky Suzik in the evenings, and by Kaur Stonehouse and the Hague Center for Global Governance in the mornings. It's incredible. It's going to be a very transformational experience. I've had the privilege, Scott, of pre-recording a bunch of these over the last week, and I'm sitting in that field that's been generated of truth, beauty, goodness, and I can't wait for everybody to experience it. It's huge. So Solstice Unites is going to kick it off with a bang on 21, and of course, World Unity Week has always been orientated from the beginning around the solstice. So that's like an anchor event, launching the 99 days, the missions, like Irina said, but every day, the plenaries, not just come and listening to the most visionary voices on the planet, but then to get mobilized, movement building, the co-creation circles that John's bringing. It's all one beautiful field. Everything's in room one, easy to find, and it'll all be up online very, very soon, Scott. But what a joy to be here with you with the Awakening World and the Global Peace Tribe. And thank you, brother, for your steadfastness and for your commitment to continuing to be such a wonderful partner, rowing together through these pretty challenging times. And, you know, there's a bit of philosophic storms and other storms. People are suffering. So this idea, the ideals and the transcendental values of truth, beauty, goodness really do shine away for us through this time on our planet. So grateful to you for the partnership, Scott. Love you and everybody here. And I know that Irina and John and Summer will do an amazing job talking about all the other elements and dimensions to this multifaceted diamond that is World Unity Week around the June solstice. Thank you, Brother Scott. Blessings and love to all.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for all you do to make it happen. Thank you. And I've brought Irina and John and Summer and Desiree back on. You know, it's interesting that we're doing this today. And today is the same day that our president is spending hundreds of millions of dollars to have a parade to honor himself. And all across the world, hundreds, maybe even thousands of demonstrations are taking place against that. And I'm not making a political statement. I'm pointing out how interesting that there's this incredible polarization going on right now, today, on this planet, with people that are so pro-military, pro-Trump, pro-that, and all the people that are like, no, that's not our thing. That's not what we want. And so at the time that there's this incredible polarization, what a perfect time for unity, for World Unity Week, for 99 days of unity. And so I'm going to kind of shift the agenda around a little bit because since this really does kick off with the Solstice Unite, I think it would be great for maybe John and Summer to explain a little bit about that, how we can get involved. And even before that is Juneteenth. And we've done entire shows in the past on Juneteenth. So John, I'm going to turn over to you for a moment to tell us about what's happening on Juneteenth and what's happening on Solstice Unite and get us going. And then we'll go back to Irina and take a look at the World Unity Week website. And we'll take a break somewhere in there to bring on Kiranjot to play her first song. But go ahead and take it away, John.
All right. All right. Well, no, you can't ignore the moment in which we find ourselves here. I can't. And the idea of what's good, beautiful, and true being recognized and honored right now seems to be so essential. I heard this activist say that no facts, no truth, no truth, no trust. So no one's ever been here, and we're in that uncharted waters. And in that way, I'm assuming all of us were born for this. So the fact that at a time when diversity, equity, and inclusivity are things we're trying to get rid of, this is the time that Juneteenth would arrive and remind us how essential. In fact, in America, our founding creed was E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. You can't turn a lie into the truth. I personally feel as if this is the moment we've all been dreaming about, when we realize that, no, we're not broken, we are sacred. That's the indigenous wisdom. And that's why what we're doing with the Ramapo Munsee Lenape people in New York City is so important. because that's who they've been. They took everyone in. And then were denied federal recognition because of the blood, because they mixed blood with African Americans. So what a perfect time to celebrate inclusivity. And we're going to do that at the New York Society of Ethical Culture on Juneteenth. And everyone's invited to play. You don't have to physically be there. Becky's going to be with me. And some of you know, because the gift of this community, and it's Ben and his family, it's been my blessing for 25 years to be able to serve the Indigenous leaders and the Indigenous people. So the idea of Solstice Unites is a gift to the world from the Indigenous people. To simply say, wait a minute, pause. Let us restore balance. Let us come back into balance. And remember and awaken that we are one. So I'm going to guide you at some moment, Scott. I don't know if you want to do it now so everybody can see where all this is available to find out about what's happening on Juneteenth, online and in New York, and then what's happening on the 21st, which is solstice, and the solstice ceremony for ancestral cleansing, healing, and reciprocity. It's starting in Amsterdam, it's going to be in New York City, and it's going to be in Los Angeles. And here's the thing that's so amazing. This is what they call a Jubilee year. It's the 750th anniversary of Amsterdam. It's the 400th anniversary of New York City. It's the 175th anniversary of Los Angeles. This can't be an accident. And that when we counted the 99 days from June 21st, the 99th day is September 27th, and we're going to be on the Great Lawn in Central Park with a global citizen. So these days are a chance for everybody to put forward yourself and your work. That's why we're encouraging people to declare their missions and building an infrastructure to support you. Because none of us can stay still here. We're either complicit or complacent. And that's not okay for any of us. I know it, or you wouldn't be here. So what does it mean to come together? What does it mean to use the wisdom of the Indigenous world along with the innovative use of technology? And we've been doing that. And I'm going to show you when we have a moment here, Scott, how people can put their voice into the mix and be heard for the event on Juneteenth, as well as then for these co-creation circles happening throughout the World Unity Week. So when you change the medium, you could change the practices. And we need new practices for how to actually not just hear about the change that we need, but actually to be that change in the world. Because in the end, everyone will know that everyone did it. That's what Lao Tzu says. And you know what? The answer is all of us. So I am so grateful, not only to my amazing partner, Sommer, but the privilege to serve Ben and to serve Irina and to serve you, Scott, and to be in that position of being able to bring whatever I can to making it so that we're enabling the leaders of the world right now, my family right here, to enable them to achieve purpose in the face of uncertainty. We need system change, systemic change. And through the Indigenous knowledge and the tools we have, I believe we're doing it. And I can't wait to show it to you so you can be engaged. And we want to hear your mission and know your purpose.
Okay, so let's learn how people can do their mission. Let's do that. And then we're going to go to Kiranjot for her first song. And that way, as people are thinking about their mission, her music, I think, will be very inspiring for people. So where does someone go to start to join this and to include their mission?
Okay, so we have a deep social network called One World. So why don't you show your screen, Scott, and you're such a good advocate for everyone to keep it at a pace that everyone could be with you.
Absolutely. So everybody, let's just watch. This is being recorded. You can always go back and watch the recording. So you want me to
show your screen at oneworld.earth. I'll take whatever shows up when you go there.
All right. So we're going to start with oneworld.earth.
It's free. Everybody's welcome. There's lots of spaces for what's going on, but there's a whole collection of spaces around these 99 days. And that's where we'll focus.
All right. Here we are at oneworld.earth. I am going to accept all of your cookies.
Okay, so we'll sign in. So you're a member. So that would be good.
And of course, for those of you that aren't members, please join. It's free. John, we've gone through this before. Which email address did we decide I was with? Do you remember? We went through this before.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with se@lovecoachscott.com.
Okay. Yes, one of the things is to know your email. It's definitely part of
Actually, I'll try this way. I'll try going in through Google.
Okay.
It worked. Okay. Welcome back, Scott.
You're back. Good, good, good. So in one world, let's look what's going on here. On the left-hand side, you can hide those tabs all the way on the left. Now, that's your browser, but that navigator on the left there where Compassion Games is highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. So you can hide that other thing. If you can't hide it, it's okay. Forget about it. It's all right. Don't let it distract you.
Okay.
So if you click on one feed on the top there, that one feed, the discovery, members and events, those four things, they're global across everything that's going on inside of one world. And it happens to show up that the article to help people declare their mission showed up there. That's too easy. Okay. I don't want to, that's the first thing up there, but look on the left. So one feed, discovery, members, events. If you click on those, you're going to see everything across all the spaces that are happening down below. So go down, you see where it says 99 Days of Peace Through Unity? Click on that, just click there. And what you're going to see in the center are all the different spaces that are inside the 99 days. One of them is World Unity Week. Okay, that's not where you do your mission. Sacred Confluence Missions is where you do. But if you click on World Unity Week, just click on that so people can see that. Every space always, and say you're going to this. Go ahead.
I am going to this.
That's right. Now on the top there, you see where it says home, discovery. It's a little, yeah. Those are like features, little tabs. Click on the events over there. And you see there's the broadcast for Solstice Live on the 21st, and there's the solstice ceremony, and there's the co-creation circles, and all the plenaries, and everything's going to be here. People will be able to go to events and find all this. We can come back, and I want to show them what we're doing for each of these co-creation circles. But on the left, to do your mission, click on Sacred Confluence. On the left, yeah, that's a different space. I'm teaching you some of the terminology. But notice there's still a home up on top where it says home, discovery, news, events, members. Those are like features or the tabs within this space. This is where you want to declare your mission. So if you scroll down on this page, it introduces what's going on here. And in fact, if you see that image, the 99 days, so scroll down a little bit, right in this home page. Now that's on the left. You're scrolling on the left. Scroll in the center. Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. Now, if you click on that sacred confluence, it's going to make that image bigger. Just click on that right there. Yeah. All right. That's what we've been talking about. There's 99 days. Starts on June 21st. That's the launch of World Unity Week and Solstice Unites. We've got these 99 days of peace through unity, the coupling with the Peace Week and the International Day of Peace, and then September 27th being the 99th day. That's the festival on the Great Lawn in Central Park. So if you click the X in the upper right there to get rid of that image, yeah. Let's keep scrolling down because this is where you're going to put your mission. It says your mission journey starts here. And I don't want to explain it in too much detail except to say there's a form here for you to fill out. Now, what is a mission here? This is what you're committed to doing during these 99 days. And it may be that your mission's not done in 99 days, but you have a meaningful milestone, something you want to put out into the world. And we've asked people to talk about their purpose and their mission. So why don't you click where it says open the form, prefer full screen view.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, click on that just to show everybody. This is the form you're filling out. And when you fill out this form, it asks you just a couple of things. So the idea here is that I'll talk about the purpose statement because it's a really grounding way to get clear for yourself about what you're up to in the context of your mission. But every mission has a title. Every mission has an objective. So there may be things you want to accomplish get your book done, stay vegan for 99 days, convene your community, be a part. So whatever you want to put into your mission objectives, that goes there. I'll come back to the purpose in a second. because it's really very powerful. We learned this from Dr. Tamsin Woolley Barker. Then look at mission call to action down below, Scott. I'm just moving through these fields. And then an image, tell us more about yourself, and that's it. You commit and click. But let's talk about a purpose statement. And if people want to know more about this, there's a whole article on this, but it's simple. Remember Mad Libs? You know, because I believe, like you fill in the blank. Because
right. I just put that in the chat box, by the way, for the Zoom roomers. As John explains this, you can even work with it. So I've put into the chat box, because I believe, fill in that, I am called to, that's your action, in a way that describes more.
Your
So
values. Yep.
Right, exactly.
Your behaviors. So in other words, because I believe we're better together, I am called to work with Irina, Summer, Ben, and everybody here to create World Unity Week in the 99 days in a way that shows that by walking the path, we make it visible so that we can actually be a blessing to our descendants and ancestors. It's like jazz, just whatever comes to you, right?
Beautiful. So I want to invite some of our Zoom roomers, any of the Zoom roomers that fill that out, and it can be very simple. I will read, if you're willing.
Beautiful.
I will read what people put in. So I'll kind of spontaneously do one.
Now, Scott, click back on the other tab to go back to One World, because remember, we opened the form. There's a tab up above, Sacred Confluence Missions. A tab all the way up on the top in your browser. Go right up above. No. It says Sacred Confluence 2025. There's a tab.
I'm not seeing. Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, go there. Just want to show people, if they really want to know more about this, click up on the top, scroll on the left-hand side, that navigator above, start here on the left, all the way up, hit Discovery. And in the welcome that's about to appear here, do you see this? Learn about One World, deep, like that. There's an article over, if you click on the welcome checklist, see more. So anyone who signs up here, if you say see more, declaring your purpose statement right down below. That article is fabulous. Tamsin's in there. Click on that. It really explains what we're talking about here in detail. Scroll down. You'll get the couple.
Hold on. I'm also putting that link into the chat box for people just as soon as they find it. Okay.
Fabulous. And I know, keep going down. You'll see there's.
Beautiful. Right.
There's a demo of Tamsin talking about it in 1 minute. Down below, it even brings more clarity. And this is all part of, the role for human beings going forward is to get in touch with ourselves and in touch with each other and in touch with Creator. So an exercise like this, I think you'll find really meaningful. So I invite everybody to do it. You can scroll down. There's even more. There's so much in One World. There's Patricia Ann Davis's Living the Loving Way as a Way of Life is a course inside of One World. Now, by you putting your purpose statement into your profile, Mighty Network, which is what we're using for One World, has this AI built in so that you can find similarities between people. You can say, let me see the similarities between me and Irina, and it automatically writes that statement.
Wow.
It says, hey, you two both have this in common. Check it out. So we're really creating a very rich space for knowing the network so we can knit the network, so we can actually make the change that we're talking about that needs to happen right now.
Beautiful.
And evolve the potential. So
Giara wrote, because I believe, here, let me spotlight myself here. She wrote, because I believe that the world of the unseen is equal to, if not greater than the world of the seen, I am called to introduce the topic of eco-spirituality into education in a way that allows the expansion of individual and collective beliefs so that all sentient souls can shine. Boom!
Man, I love that.
Good job, Giara. Let me bring her up here for a moment.
I want that.
Isn't that perfect, John?
That's what we're talking about. Now we get to know her in a new, deeper way.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if anybody else has put one in yet. If anybody else has one, pop it in. We are going to go to Kiranjot for some music, and then we're going to come back. And I want you to show people how they can participate in Juneteenth, how they can participate in Solstice Unite. Then we'll bring Irina back on and go through World Unity Week and see all the different things that are happening.
And summer too. You want to
Of course, in summer too.
That's right.
Of course, summer too.
Amazing what she's doing. My God.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping she's going to lead a little bit of dance and moving and grooving as I introduce our wonderful friend, Kiranjot, who I'm so grateful to have back with us. Welcome. I think you're unmuted. You need to unmute.
I think I am unmuted.
There you are. We didn't hear you at first.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank
It's
you.
always inspiring to be among all of these beautiful souls each bringing their light and their joy to this.
Yeah. As kind of a way of introduction, if you don't mind, what comes up for you? You don't have to do the exact, but your life is singing to God, singing to us, helping us to raise our vibration through music. And so how does your mission kind of fit into what we're talking about today with World Unity Week?
Yeah, my mission is to remind everyone how sacred they are, how holy they are, and how incredibly, unimaginably loved by divine we are.
Beautiful. Thank you. We do all need to remember that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And what would you like to start us off with tonight?
I wanted to sing my song that is inspired. The last 2 years, all of the songs that have come through have really been inspired by A Course in Miracles. And this is inspired by the very beginning, the introduction to A Course in Miracles that says that only love exists. Let every thought be loving, and every breath I breathe. Let every word be a prayer, every act a blessing. Let holiness envelop me and everything I see. Let forgiveness bloom inside my eyes like fields of white lilies. And all that is, only love exists. No matter what you fear, only love is here. Only love is real. Only love is real. Let my willingness be given this each day that I arise. Let cool waters find each heart and mind in a world so parched and dry. Take me back to divinity. Every step compassion bring. Cracked branches and earth now green with rebirth in the arms of eternal spring. And all that is, only
Go to gallery view. What an incredibly important message for us to remember that truly only love is real. I was very blessed. I've had really wonderful mentors in my life. And one of them was a man named Bruce Joel Rubin. He's a screenwriter, very successful. He wrote the movie Ghost, which he won an Oscar for. And Bruce is also a very spiritually advanced guy. And that's his whole teaching, is that all that is real, meaning the treasure we take with us to the next world, to the bigger world, call it the astral plane, call it heaven, call it Valhalla, is the love that we've given and the love that we've received. That's what's real. Everything else is an illusion. When we die, when we leave the body and we come out of the illusion of separation and back into the unity, which is the truth of reality, what we've taken on this earth life, this journey, is the love that we've given and the love we've received. And your song completely reminded me so beautifully of that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And all that we give, we have to give in order to receive.
I was looking for your bio and can't find it. So do me a favor. Well, actually, that's not true. I found your bio, but I don't have your website. So if you could put in the chat box your website, and then after your next song, we'll take a look at it and go through that together, okay? Thank you so much. It's beautiful, just beautiful. All right, I'm going to go back to Jon and Sommer and ask you to now show us, how do we participate in Juneteenth, and how do we participate in Solstice Unite?
Fabulous. All right, so let's go back to One World.
Okay.
So One World. And, you know, Summer and I, there are Hub Huddles and Becky, and we're available to help. If you really want to do this and you feel you need support, we're ready to help you.
Thank you. You're amazing, Jon. You're amazing. Okay, I'm back on the One World introduction.
X that. Get rid of that. Hit the X in the upper right there. Okay. You know what Patricia says? We came to help and we got helped. I love that. So on the left there, under the 99 days, right? Go click on it again. On the left, 99 days. Yeah, click on that. Those are the different spaces, right?
Right.
We jumped down to the missions. We talked about that. But let's go on the top to Solstice Unites, the second one from the top. After World, yeah, we haven't gone there yet. All right. So again, the introductory page, the home page that you're on, gives you a good overview. It has that time. Don't be confused by the timing, because it's going to show up in your time zone. And also, this is starting Friday, because in Amsterdam, where the water ceremony is, it actually will be Friday PDT, okay? But if you scroll down on this homepage, it kind of introduces what's going on here and our partnership with the Ramapo Muncie Lenape people and why that's so important. But if you click on, let's look at Discovery this time, just to see a couple of things. And the Earth Pass is being launched, a real solution to deal with the money challenges. Okay.
So just, okay, I want to slow it down for people. So when I said Discovery, I had to go back over to the column on the left. So,
No, actually, you went to the wrong Discovery. I'm sorry, I confused.
Oh, okay.
Click on Solstice Unites.
Solstice Unite Next Networks, or
Yeah, Solstice Unites Network, Sun. Right. Now up on the top, you see there's home, discovery, news, support. So when I said discovery, I meant that discovery.
That discovery. All right. There's a whole lot of discovery going on tonight.
A lot of discovery here. Okay. So there's a couple of like featured things to be aware of, right? And you can learn more about what we're doing with these different, like the welcome, you could say see more, the top posts. But take a look at the events. Click on events so you can see that as well up on top there. Yeah. All right. One click, many voices. One circle, many voices. Click on that. That's an event. That's the Juneteenth event.
Okay.
Why don't you say you're going?
I definitely will be going.
Well, it's going to be great. And you don't have to be in New York to do this, okay? What we're explaining, if you scroll down on this guy, thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just pop this in the chat box for everybody.
So people may not know this, but we've been learning what's the natural order for how change happens. Change like ceremonial change. And then we've been using creative ways. That's if you people are not in New York and want to be able to connect in to what's happening.
Which is 99.9% of the people watching right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm putting in the chat box for everybody.
Oh,
And
that's good. That's good.
this is where you click to join the event.
To RSVP for this event, which is on Juneteenth. It'll show the time in your time zone. And we're going to invite people to engage remotely with this. In fact, we're giving them the opportunity to engage now. And that's what the 4 core questions you see there. So let's just take a second with this. On Juneteenth, at a time when our nation feels divided, we invite you into a sacred circle of reflection, truth-telling, and possibility. I promise you guys, this is different than what you think it is. We've taken our capacity to bring us into coherence to a whole new level. And trust me, there's people telling you on your TV that, oh my God, AI is going to change the world. Could be the worst thing ever, the greatest thing ever. This is one example of how it could be the greatest thing ever. This has been more consensus building amongst people than I've seen. I'm going to show you how we've been doing that by people making their voice heard. So we're saying on Juneteenth, Day of Remembrance, Resilience, and Hope, come together to name what is out of balance in our society, to listen deeply for the truths that can guide our collective healing, rooted in the indigenous ceremonial change process and led in the spirit of the Ramapo Munsee Lenape. They're the grandfather tribe. They would settle the disputes amongst the tribes. Boy, could we use that right now. That this gathering offers a space to reflect, speak from the heart, and move toward unity across lines of race, culture, class, and identity. Now scroll down there, Scott. See what it says? Well, no, stop there. In preparation for this gathering, we invite you to lend your voice in advance. You'll be asked to reflect on 4 questions designed to surface both the pain and the promise of this moment. Your insights will shape the real-time conversation that we're going to be having in that room and help illuminate the patterns and wisdom that is already emerging. So we have a Google form here with these 4 questions. Now this approach blends this kind of what I call reflective feedback. Okay, if you go there, that's great. I'll show you the summary already. Just look at the first question. Just scroll down here. So, what do you feel is most out of balance in our society today when it comes to how we treat one another across lines of race, culture, class, and identity? So the journey starts with getting at what's out of balance and getting at the root cause of what's out of balance. And then here's the breakthrough that Patricia taught me. She said, Jon, in your culture, you don't know how to empty. You don't have safe places to empty. That's what they do in Sweat Lodge. It's what you do when you spit it out, sing it out, cry it out, dance it out. The emptying comes after the root cause and before you can get clear on the vision. Now, let me just show you what we've done so far on this, Scott. So that's just the first question, right? So we've already asked people, and people have started. I'm inviting everyone on this call to do that. Give us your voice here. Let us see what you see is already out of balance. And I'll show you the impact that we've had of just the few people that have spoken so far. We got about 20 responses. And if I can, Scott, let me show you the answer.
Sure.
I'm going to share my screen. If this doesn't make your heart sing, I'll be surprised. Because this is not one person's voice. This is everyone's voice combined together into coherence. And you know what? Let's all read it. Summer and Dara and Julia and Scott, let's have a couple people read this. Here's the answer. That's the summary, unedited, to the question, what do you feel is most out of balance in our society today when it comes to how we treat one another across lines of race, culture, class, and identity? Summer, read the first paragraph.
Well, I just haven't even spoke yet, so I just want to say I'm really, really grateful to be here. And there's a lot of things that I want to share as well, but I will just start by sharing what's on the screen. What do you feel is most out of balance in our society today when it comes to how we treat one another across lines of race, culture, class, and identity? Keep going.
I was asking you to read the first paragraph there.
Okay. Across the responses runs a single urgent thread. We have forgotten our wholeness. People name a spiritual amnesia that severs us from indigenous, original instructions, the sacred feminine, and the living earth. It manifests as extreme wealth gaps, systems that prize extraction over reciprocity, and a culture of what's in it for me that breeds jealousy and envy.
Scott, read the next one.
Such forgetting fuels us versus them divisions across race, class, culture, and identity. It normalizes hateful speech and leaves us susceptible to disinformation, which hardens our bias.
Wow. D-Rock, would you read that last paragraph?
Meanwhile, the planet, our kin, is treated as expendable, and human well-being is sacrificed to survival logic that leaves little space for rest, joy, or justice. Until we reclaim reverence, reciprocity, and the truth that we are one sacred circle of life, this imbalance will persist.
Wow.
Beautiful. Now, I want to help people understand that what makes this, I'm going to go back to the meeting, John. What makes it special is everybody wrote in their own answer, and AI took what everybody else wrote and created what we just read, what we just saw.
That's right. It's not some white guy in charge. It's not someone who has some office or can claim authority. That's our voices combined. The capacity to do that lets us move closer to consensus, which is the way the indigenous people made decisions.
And so here's a vision for you, given what I just saw. What if in the future, forget elections being ballot boxes and all that stuff, but on election day, everybody states their truth, and a legitimate AI that's neutral, not run by Elon Musk or somebody else, takes everybody's truth, what everybody wants to see, compiles it in this way, and that's the election result.
Yeah, no.
How's that for a vision?
Threshold. We're on the threshold. A digital democracy is possible.
Yeah.
The way that we can use our collective genius to use these tools in ways to do the right thing, to bring back a moral conscience, to bring back a sense of what's right and wrong. Patricia says it's common sense. When you read that, everyone says it's common sense.
Yeah.
Now, if we don't give time to Summer for her to talk about all the amazing things she's doing, this could be a very problem for me.
No dinner for John tonight.
So she's got so many amazing things. We're just working on her song, what we're going to record with Kristen.
Wow, you're doing a song with Kristen?
In the Garden of Joy. My wife's an amazing human being, I have to tell you that. But not only that, but she's a songwriter as well as a great dancer and being. So anyway.
All right, we are turning the full attention over to Sommer Joy Ramer. Hello, Sommer.
That is not necessary. I just wanted to start. Actually, I'm looking for my mission, just to come from that place first. I already filled out that form, and
I haven't. You want me to show it?
What's that?
I can show it if you want me to.
If it's easy for you, but I'm also just looking in one world as the navigation and
John can probably find it quicker because he's like the master navigator.
Okay, well, let me show you how I found it. So I went to the Sacred Confluence missions.
There it is. Okay.
See, it's here. I just went to, let me go back how I got here. I said, okay, let me see all of those in the discovery section that are featured. And it's right here. The Unicorn's Gift.
So I just want to stretch back a little bit further, which is kind of where a lot of the sharing started, which I feel Scott bringing us to the place of where our country is. John and I live on Whidbey Island in United States, also known as Turtle Island. We're on land, Coast Salish lands, the Suquamish Nation and Tulalip Nation. And I just want to like go back to that place of, the discord of what's happening and how, in my truth right now, how difficult it is to stay aligned to purpose. And one of the things that I find just in my nervous system, like I feel like this beautiful cacophony of World Unity Week is before us, and I just really want to invite us to, before stepping into anything, but just being like able to just be with how we're feeling in our bodies right now, of the difficulty of what it is. And we just went through a full moon, and I think I heard from an astrologer about like it was a moon of chaos but coming into courage. And so I just want to invite like this sense of how loud everything is and how much is like I don't know anyone that isn't like overwhelmed and like upset, just uprooted by so much that's happening in our world. So just to start from that truth from myself, but one of the things that's really supported me in what I sometimes just am overwhelmed with sadness is, coming into one world. And one of the things that has helped me isn't necessarily knowing already what my mission is to do for the 99 days and all of that, but just like taking a deep breath and feeling into what my purpose statement is in this moment, which changes all the time. But anyways, I just wanted to start there of like, why come to World Unity Week? And for me, which I've shared before in some of the plenaries over these last months, is it's this space to me that is a social medicine, that I know the collective, there are people all over the world that are building unity together. And that for me and my nervous system calms me down. It calms me so I can hear my soul, so I can hear what's going on in me. Just thinking into like what actually brings us even more clarity about what is mission. So I just wanted to start there because it's so difficult right now. And I would not be fully honest if I just jumped right ahead to all the beautiful things, but to start with the truth and that emptying that Jon says, because this, I know, is a safe space from being here in the awakening world many times over the years with Brother Scott, and the incredible space that he stretches and has so many diverse views, maybe things that I don't always agree with, but how beautiful is that? That it isn't just a place where we all agree of what's going on and the diversity of views and of what's happening even. So that I think is also part of what really lights me up to be a part of World Unity Week. Is it isn't just a place where everyone agrees with me, and it isn't just a place where but it's a dynamic place where we get to really face the chaos of these times and be social medicine together, led by the indigenous people that know these ways. Patricia Ann Davis, seeing Pat McCabe, who's another elder that I deeply admire, and Jon and I have been in ceremonies with in Japan recently. And I also want to just like have so much gratitude for Chief Perry of the Ramapo Munsee Lenape that we're going to physically be with on June 21st, and looking at his hawk feather that I have hanging here in my backyard that he gifted me and asked, "Hey, Summer, will you please be in support of this powwow to support the dancers?" And so I'm preparing for ceremony. This is ceremony, what Jon and I are going to do. And we will be on sacred lands where a lot of the corruption of what we're looking at today started. So we'll be in cleansing ceremony on June 21st at a park in New York City. So anyways, I just needed to unpack a bit of that because my heart is full before just going into like all the things that is so beautifully laid out in One World. So
thank you, Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of took the agenda a little bit different than the way we had organized. I want to apologize to Irina because she had to leave. So we will carry and complete the journey of helping people know more about the different things to participate in. But we are at that time for Tatiana. We're actually 15 minutes past when I promised Tatiana that we would do her second experience, especially because her friend Young is with us. So Tatiana and Young, please make sure your cameras are on. There she is. And let me find your partner. There he is. Yay. So we will be back to Jon and Summer and more in a moment, but there's a beautiful video we're about to watch, which the two of you have created. Also want to acknowledge Tatiana's beloved Mark. Tell us a little bit about what we're about to see and how to work with it.
Sure. So yeah, I've been in this journey of creating the Lullabies for Adults album, and Mark's actually on this call somewhere. So hi, honey. And we were creating this album, and we created a Kickstarter campaign. I don't know if you remember, Scott, you were one of the contributors to that campaign. And on a whim, we decided to run a Facebook ad to try and promote it more and have more people see it. And that did very little. But one of the most miraculous parts of sending out that ad was that Geshe Young saw it in India, of all places, saw it in India, felt this, because he's an incredible, and I'm going to introduce him in a moment more formally, but he's an incredible chanter. He's a Tibetan Buddhist monk, and his chanting is so incredibly special and healing and has such a deep transmission. And you can speak for yourself, Young, in a moment, but was looking for another female artist to sing with him on some of his chants. And so he reached out to me, and there was just this instant like, okay, this is why we made the Facebook ad. It was to reach Young in India. And so he reached out to me, and then it was just like immediately I felt that I wanted him on this album and that I had a song, and wouldn't it be amazing to weave one of his chants into this song? And he said yes. And then Mark and I actually flew him to our home on the Sunshine Coast. And so he spent a weekend with us recording the song and filming this video. And it was such an honor. And I actually do want to take a moment to read Young's bio, because he's such an extraordinary human. So he is a Tibetan Buddhist monk rooted in the indigenous tradition of the Himalayas. He teaches internationally in many centers and universities around the world, and he's the founder of the Tibetan Bond Center in BC, Canada. He's written several books in Tibetan, including a new book in English, Calm Breath, Calm Mind. He creates beautiful chants, as I shared. And his story of both becoming a monk in Tibet and then his escape from Tibet on foot through the Himalayas into India is extraordinary. If you have a chance to bring him on sometime, Scott, to actually share his story, it's very powerful. So anyway, so I brought him into this song, and maybe we could play the song first, and then Young, maybe you could share after about what the words of the chant that he sings in the song is. And you'll also hear his voice throughout the song chanting. And it's very moving and powerful. So
all right, here we go. Thank you so much. I've seen it several times. It's so beautiful.
Everything is breathing in. Everything is breathing out. The whole universe is breathing with me. Everything is opening. Everything is closing in this universe. I feel the breath of the universe rushing through my body. The breath of the universe, the breath of life. I am breathing. I am feeling. I am alive. I am a mystery. Everything is breathing in. Everything is breathing out. The whole universe is breathing with me. The earth breathes. The stars breathe. The whole universe breathes with me. The pulse of the universe is rushing through me. Breathing in, I am the universe awakening. Breathing out, I am the universe remembering. I am life, connected to all living things. The earth breathes in the ocean tides that rise and fall. The stars breathe, expanding and collapsing in cycles of creation and destruction. Cherub Chama, great primordial mother, mother of all Buddhas, embodiment of the loving nature of this universe. Breathing in, I receive your love. Breathing out, I let go and release all things unto you. Great Mother, Life Giver, breathe me open to greater life.
You know, after every one of your videos, I'm always finding myself thinking, oh no, this is the best one yet. This is the best one. There's so many elements to that video that are so beautiful. Not to minimize how you could look so relaxed in that cold water.
Yeah. Quite cold.
Every time I watch her go, that's a really cold water that she's looking really relaxed in. So
Yeah. So I'd love to bring Yong in to just share, because the chant is, well, he can talk about it, but it's 6,000 years old, very, very deep and old chant. And Yong, we'd love to hear your voice if there's anything you want to share. Oh, you need to unmute.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I just listening your voice and my voice. It's tear, my eyes tear comes. Even my own voice, like we together, like we created, but it's very touching. That's what Sherab Chama, the wisdom, loving. Sherab means wisdom, and Cham means loving or compassion. Ma means mother, wisdom. Sherab Chama. So it's really like a mother, meaning is nature, take care, protecting. So, like Tatiana told me, like basically when her song, I don't know, in the YouTube somewhere, no, Facebook somewhere watching, and I saw your song, one of your song, I can't remember which one, but you're just your nature of just standing, your energy, and then your voice, both really connected to me, and that's what Sherab Chama, the wisdom loving mother, is the nature of gentleness, at the same time strength, and the strength of being confidence yourself, but at the same time kindness, compassion. That energy, what I saw in you, that's why I contact you, Facebook, and you live in the West Coast or closer to me. So I contact you, and then you contact me. That's how coming. And to me right now, what I'm sharing, the feelings, what I have, is that's what we all need. Basically, the energy of compassion and energy of wisdom, caring, loving, strength. So that's, I think, like energy that's really, to me, Sherab Chama, ancient tradition, is the mother of all living beings, mother of all Buddhas. So we became Buddha, we became good because the source is mother, and that's how we're learning from. So what I see in you, that personality of you manifest, that Sherab Chama has countless of manifestations. I think maybe you are like a same kind of energy that's with you, and where you're singing and chanting your voice, just connecting. So that's why I love it, and thank you for creating this really beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, that's warmed my heart.
Yeah, for me, for example, any females like Oprah, or many females that role models to me, including my own mother, that she passed away when I was 5 or 6 years old, but it doesn't matter. Up until now, her energy, that who I am today, is because of my mother, her loving and gentleness. And also my grandmother, she's strong, but also has a compassion and loving. So anyway, so that's basically, I always respect, and that's basically Sherab Chama, this mantra has many meanings. There's 21 syllables. Om ma wa ma de mahi moha emaho mayi rupa yita dudu soha is 21 protection energy that protect from that any obstacles we go to in the world. So that's really, I'm happy that we created this mantra that's chanting in this song. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was so special because when Yang came to visit, he actually initiated me into this, into being able to sing her mantra, and it was a very powerful spiritual experience to reinitiated into singing her chant, and I feel Tatiana with me all the time. I feel him, and even right now in this conversation, I'm feeling this way of the wisdom loving mother here enveloping all of us. Yeah, it's been such an honor to work with Jon and to share this with all of you. This is one of the songs on my upcoming Life for Adults album, and it's coming out very soon. So if you are interested in having the album, please sign up to my name.
Your Tatiana seems, I don't know, your voice not closer to the audio. Not.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, you're a little bit muffled. We're having to like strain to hear you.
Okay.
When you move closer, I actually want to read some of the beautiful comments that have come in. Susan writes, "Thank you for blessing us." Absolutely. DR writes, "I love Tatiana's essence." Ayara, who we've been praying for, her son has been in critical condition. We've done prayers for her every show, writes, "Dear precious Tatiana, I so needed this sacred sound of medicine tonight. Feeling so weary, and so I'm soaking up this deep nurturance. Thank you." Sommer Ramer writes, "Whoa, spirit bumps all over my body." Desiree writes, "I felt the opening of the third eye and clarity coming in. Beautifully transformative." Scotty Satori writes, "Oh my, wow." And Susan agrees, this is the best one yet. The last one I'll read is from Pam. She says, "I started to cry because it was so beautiful. But then there were baby elephants playing and I started to laugh. And now I'm crying again. You open my heart to all emotions, Tatiana. This is amazing."
So I actually just did this video today and yesterday, Scott. So I don't know which one you saw, but I was like, I'm gonna get this done for tonight.
I guess you sent me the audio because I listened to the audio.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you are all, as always, the first people to see my creations, and it's so special to be here and to share the journey that Young and I went on with this song. And Mark is here too somewhere. I don't know if he's in.
Well, we appreciate you, Mark. I do need to move on, but I want to take people to your website. So you can find all things Tatiana on her website, tatianaspeed.com. And you do have a women's program coming in, and I do want to remind people about that. So is there still room for people to join?
Yeah, and it's not that one, that it's Remembrance Temple. So there's 2 spots left. If there's any woman that would like to join, this is a very powerful journey.
Tatiana, is there something in front of your microphone? For some reason, you're really muffled. Like,
oh, weird.
It's not a volume thing, it's a muffled thing.
No, okay.
Is it help if I come like real close?
That's better.
It is better, yeah.
Okay. This is the Temple of Remembrance for women, calling my women sisters. We're going to be journeying into myth, into story, into ritual, esoteric spiritual practices to activate our dormant gifts, memories, creative hearts and spirits. It's going to be a very powerful portal we're going to go into together.
Beautiful. And people go to tatianaspeed.com, click on Remembrance Temple. That's how you can join. It starts soon. It's on Sundays, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern, starting on June 22nd and going through till August 10th. Tatiana and your beautiful partner there, Geshe, thank you so much for bringing this beauty to our awakening world, to our World Unity Week. It's just beautiful. And we love you, Tatiana, and it's wonderful to meet you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beauty and goodness right there.
Well, as we bring up, as you said, truth, beauty, and goodness, I happen to put the camera on Sommer, who certainly radiates truth, beauty, and goodness.
Oh my gosh. I just want to, like, I have so much. I don't even have words, to be really honest, how I feel right now after receiving that experience, Tatiana, and also young. I also just want to like acknowledge the moments in the joy. The moments of the two of you together. I don't know what you were doing or what was happening, but just to witness your joy together in the process of what you were, I'm imagining, making together. Um, and also that last moment of you just like floating in the water and then turning into the cosmic portal. I was like, oh, it was so beautiful. I'm excited for what that's going to, I mean, what it already is in this universe right now. Yeah.
Thank you, sister.
And I'm in a circle with Tatiana and Scott called it Artists Catalyzing Evolution. And I just, these are the times of like bringing, I feel like our creativity, like the things that our souls are just like screaming in our, dreams to be creating right now, that is so important and vital for social medicine at this moment. It's like to stay focused and what it takes to create all that you just shared. I'm in like kind of a beginning process right now of my first film and my first song, and it's part of my mission to launch on my 45th birthday. Yeah, young. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Right?
so beautiful. I wish I had like a million lotus flowers in my hand that I could just like pass to your heart, both of you right now. Like I just, mm, thank you for that medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice connection. And it's even, I just want to share, like you're saying the same, water, you're walking into the ocean. It's really, really cold, like this up in Canada. But I think when I look at the also video, is Sharp Chama, the wisdom loving mother. This usually has many, many traditions have mother figure, like a Christian, the Virgin Mary, Chinese, Japanese called the Kuan Yin Pusa, and the Indian called the Tara, the Bon called Chama. They have same female, but the meaning is Chucham Drama means the ocean, mother of ocean, or queen of ocean. So you manifest going into the ocean, so it's no big deal, even though hot, cold. Cold kind, yeah. Part
And
of it.
Dawn and I we're neighbors to you. So those waters I'm very familiar with. I swim in those waters. I'm one of the few people in my neighborhood that actually do swim. And that medicine, right now, today in New York City, John, and this is in One World, today there is a world water dance.
Okay.
Yeah. That started in New York City, and there are, I would probably say mostly women, but also all beings around the earth have been dancing world water dance. And it's part of my way of facing what's happening is dance. Keep me here. And like, if everyone could take in that beautiful creation, the two of you, and then come into one world. You know what I'm saying? Like, then fill out that mission form. Because to me, that you just took me into a place of what I feel life is right now is ceremony. John shares, we are not broken, we are sacred. How do we find that place? So I just want to say, let's all listen to, music or something that brings us into ceremony. in these days of Juneteenth, of what that day represents, into opening up into solstice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the summer solstice for us in the north on June 21st, in ceremony to follow the sun. How do we enter those ceremonies for ourselves? I feel like that is a huge also part of how to enter, finding that place first and then coming into community.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the idea, Jon, of you taking this video and putting it in there and having people watch the video before they fill out the mission statement. I don't know if that's possible for you all to work out, but I think that's a brilliant idea, Sommer. It's a wonderful idea.
Tatiana, this is a observation, not a compliment, okay? Because I've known you long enough to say this. Someone used the word essence before. You have a sensibility. You know what's right. Look what you've done with music and now with film. It just shows you that's the enduring humanness. You have that humaneness. And that's seeing your gift. And I know it would be true if you decided to sculpt with clay. No matter what you touch, you bring that to it. And that's a gift. And that's a gift for all of us, because that's the challenge to be a human, is what is our role here? And if it's not to unite humanity, to restore Mother Earth. So you always bring the sacred.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm so grateful for that, Tatiana. You're a gift.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so touched tonight. Thank you.
Someone taught me, so many people were just really moved by having that moment with you and with that gift of the two of you together and the music there. It's a good call, Geshe-ling. You knew when you heard her, there's something there.
Beautiful. Once again, thank you so much, Tatiana. Thank you. We're going to get back to Jon and Summer and World Unity Week, but I do want to read a really important message that's coming in. We're in this kind of beautiful, heartfelt, open space after watching that beautiful video. And it is from Ayada, whose son we've been praying for the last few weeks. And this is her report. Dear Scott and the entire Global Peace Tribe, I'm profoundly grateful for all the love, prayers, and healing energies being sent from my oldest son, also named Sun, S-U-N. In the last 3 days, he has been gradually moving out of the critical state and beginning the path to recovery. The doctors had originally only given him a 25% chance of survival from the type of blood poisoning he had, and it all started from a dog bite. Thank you, everybody. So, one of the things that this community does is we now pray for each other, so that's good news. And let's keep those prayers going for Ayada and, of course, her son named Sun. And also, speaking of prayers, we did a lot of prayers for Sylvia, who is one of our most beloved members of the Global Peace Tribe. And Sylvia is also recovering. And I saw that she was in the Zoom room a little while ago, but maybe she's not with us now. But again, we're grateful for those prayers. And also want to send lots of love to our beloved Dia, who's also had some challenges this week. Oh, Sylvia I do see her camera's not on, but I do see that Sylvia is in the Zoom room with us. I was kind of scanning and looking. So Sylvia, we love you very, very much. And it's really good to have you back with us. All right. I'm going to turn it back over to Jon and Summer to direct us a little bit more in what's happening, and very specifically, what are the key ways for people to register. I think we had left off at registering for Thursday's event. That was like the last
RSVP, right.
Yeah, the RSVP, right. So where should we go next?
Yeah, let's go. Take us back to One World. Let me show you one thing, because I know at first it might be overwhelming, so I want to be cautious here. But I want to show you what we're doing, because we've been doing this for a year, this idea of taking the indigenous ceremonial change process and mixing it. So on the left there. So hit the X to get rid of that box. Yeah, thanks. Go to World Unity Week again. Yeah, and click on events. All right. Now, there are 7 co-creation circles. Let's just name them. Scroll down. The first 2 events, those are all on the 21st, but starting the 22nd. And my point is that for you, Beyond Borders, Unity in Diversity and Compassion, or Building Bridges, or Sustaining Our Planet, or Ethics and Innovation, there are 7 of these. And these topics, I really do think, keep scrolling down the cover. I want to show you, just pick any one that resonates with you, Scott. I'll show you.
Inclusive futures.
Okay. So say you're going to this and scroll down, show you what we have here. Okay, so this one, the opening paragraph there is making it clear this is part of the 7 circles, right? This summary statement came from where we are now based upon all the work we've been doing all year about inclusive futures, right? So look what it says there. Across the world, systemic oppression, exclusion continue to marginalize communities, denying many the opportunity to live with health, voice, dignity, and freedom. Scroll down a little bit. Now, this co-creation circle invites us to look clearly at what keeps inequity in place and to imagine the pathways that could lead to a future where everyone belongs and no one is left behind. Now, look what we've done. We have the summary based on all the work we did last year and over the year of what's out of balance, about what is the root cause, what is the vision. And this is all specific to this particular inclusive future thematic circle. What's the pathway forward? So we say this is a space to name harm, imagine justice, and build the future we know is possible. So scroll down. What we've done now is created these generative questions that, just like the form you saw before, we're using to answer for these 7 circles. So, okay, knowing that injustice and exclusion remain embedded in many systems and envisioning a world of equity and belonging, what perspectives or actions could help us remove barriers and activate true inclusion? So you follow, there's another form here for the 7 circles with these generative questions that we're then going to be able to summarize. Yeah, if you click on it, you'll see it. Looks like the other form, but it's different. This is the one for the co-creation circles.
Right.
Scroll down. Each circle, right? The first one is Beyond Borders. There's the summary of the out of balance, the root cause, the vision, the pathways, a generative question. There's the second one, Building Bridges. And I'm convinced that we can bring our wisdom together and to start to imagine the collective impact of our systemic change. This is for us to do. We can now have insight. We could start at a totally different place. So there's 7 co-creation circles, 1 each day. And we're inviting you to come and make your voice heard. These are not presentations. These are going to be engagements with these questions, engagements with what we can do to advance our individual missions, as well as our collective work and the system change that we so desperately need as a whole.
Beautiful. I mean, you know, what's interesting is just seeing how elaborate each of those things are. You know, I really want to acknowledge all the work that's gone into creating one, you know, your website, and click on just one thing and boom, look at how much there is. So there's a lot for people to scroll and look at, a lot of events happening. I definitely want to encourage everybody to spend a lot of time with one world.
And what I just dropped in the chat. So if you close that particular, that's one of the events there, right? But go back to Discovery again in this space to show you one, right? Click on that. There's an overarching article that puts this all into context. You see featured where it says Co-Creation Circles 2025. Click on that guy there. Yeah. That's where the quote from Patricia, "We are not broken, we are sacred." If you scroll down in here, you'll see it explains these 7 and what we're really doing here. These are not just conversations, they're ceremonial sessions for strategic emergence. They're where mission meets movement and where wisdom becomes action. They're where we begin to walk forward together. So scroll down a little bit further because you'll see there's a schedule in there. The co-creation circle schedule. Each one of those clicks and goes to the event.
Wow.
Let this be a moment of remembering. Let this be a time of reweaving. Let this be the turning point. May it be so, guys. I mean, we are so on the edge right now. You know, I'll say one thing about this. I hope that those generals remember that they made an oath to uphold the Constitution. I hope our generals remember they made an oath to uphold the Constitution. Because they're going to be tested. They're going to be tested. And who are they loyal to? You know, these are those days, guys.
These are those days, and that's why we come together in community. That's why we pray together. That's why we, do these events, and to hold the highest vision. To hold the highest vision. I just got to say, and some of you have heard me say this before, but I think it's really important not to get too lost in the headlines or the stories or whatever media you watch, but instead, what can I do to make life more wonderful for my family? What can I do to make life more wonderful for my community? Let's give very little attention to what's going on in the external world and really pay attention to where we have impact, which is our immediate local world. And it's really important for us to remember that. And a lot of the spiritual teachers that I look up to and appreciate are all saying kind of variations of that same theme. Not to get lost in the matrix, not to get lost in the polarization, not to get lost in us versus them, but to notice it and pray. And then, okay, what can I do today to make the world a better place? And I just want to acknowledge and appreciate everybody who's watching right now, because you all are doing it, whether it's through the music that you make, whether it's through the people you care for and give care to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. All right. So I think, is there anything else we need to know in general about how to get involved in this wonderful series of programs that's about to start?
Just show up. If you're stuck, let us know. We'll help you.
Jon, thank you.
Also, let joy lead the way. Let your joy, your spirit lead you forward.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's a time where we need to dance more. Thank you, Summer Joy. It's a time where we need to play more music and listen to more music and be inspired and do things that are inspiring and not spend too much time focused on the things that we see that hurt us, that don't match our values. If there's anything you can do on a practical application to make a change, great. If not, remember what Yogananda taught us: maximum grace. Maximum grace for our military leaders. Maximum grace for what's happening in Gaza. Maximum grace. And if you want to go to a protest, absolutely go to the protest, but go there with love. Remember to go there with love, holding the vision for the world you want to see, as opposed to focusing on fear of a different vision or a different world, that we can all drop into fear of. That is what's becoming. Remember, our thoughts do contribute to the creation of reality. And with that, we will close by going to beautiful Kiranjot for our closing song tonight.
No more guilt or shame or sin. Let me know my unassailable strength from that which abides within. From that which abides within. You are loved, 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 you are loved. I am loved, 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 I am loved. I am loved, you are loved, we are loved. Let all attack be met with kindness. Let all attack be met with kindness. All illusions, wounds undone. All illusions, wounds undone. Let every sword be turned to plowshares. Let every sword be turned to plowshares. In my defenselessness I come. In my defenselessness I come. In my defenselessness I come. You are loved, 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 you are loved. I am loved, 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 you are loved, we are loved. I am loved. If you want to sing it with me, please join me. You are loved. We are loved. I am loved. You are loved. We are loved. I am loved. You are loved. We are loved.
What an absolutely perfect song for tonight, for every night, actually. Every night. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. What an angel. By the way, you know, she was a co-founding member of Copper Women, which I know many of you loved and have enjoyed. And yes, Tatiana, you're right. Voice of an angel, priestess, medicine woman. I think this is the right website. Is this the best one for you? Great. It's mantramamas.org. Mantramamas.org. and truly, truly, truly a divine voice, as we just heard. And you can find YouTube videos. And are there any events coming up that you want to point out to us, or any offerings you want to make sure we know about?
Well, you can join me online every week. I actually teach Hindustani classical music, so we have a long meditation and note singing, and that's every Wednesday night, 7:30 to 9. You can join me in person if you're in Sevastopol, but I have people joining from other locations online. And then you can just check my website. I have many events coming up all over California. So I would love to have you join me and sing with me in person. There's something very, very powerful about singing these songs together.
Oh my gosh. I see Ayla Nerio here. In a few minutes, I will be at Pioneer Park listening to Ayla. And Ayla is a dear friend and someone that I've been close to for a few years now. So I definitely got to check that out. Where are you guys going to? Oh, it's an online event.
Well, I'm very, very blessed. She's a new person in my life, but I'm one of her guest vocal teachers in her Living Song community.
Awesome. That's on Friday, June 20th at 1 p.m. And yeah, Ayla, she is such a gem. Absolute gem. I mean, we all know how talented she is, but I can tell you personally, she's just a sweetheart. So wonderful. It is such a big, beautiful family. It really is. And it's wonderful how we all cross connect. So I want to thank one more time Sommer and Jon Ramer. Thank you so much for all that you do, Jon, all that you do to create the websites, the events. Sommer, you are the epitome of truth, beauty, and goodness. Tatiana, thank you very much. Her camera's not on, so I can't bring her on. But thank you so much for all of your contributions. I do want to acknowledge, by the way, here's Sylvia. I hope you don't mind, Sylvia. I'm putting the camera on you for a minute because we love you. And we're happy to see you back on the Awakening World. Where you've been.
It's good to be back.
It's really
so good to hear your voice and see you. Wow.
Isn't that special? Yay.
It's a miracle.
It's beautiful.
It's dancing. That'll be the milestone, the next big milestone.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Scott. Thank you for being such a great host here. And you know, it's crazy what we're doing, but having Sommer in my life is such a great reward. It just is so magical to be together, all of us at this time. We are in a magic canoe moving between worlds.
Absolutely. We're very, very blessed. And you are especially blessed to have Sommer join.
I really am. No, I'm telling you, whenever it's so obvious.
Thank you, baby. Love does win. And also, Scott, we need to support you too. So I put a link in the chat of how to join the Global Peace Trust.
Thank you.
And become financially supportive, as I know so many people are served by this space every week for like 100 years. You've been doing this. I don't know how you have the stamina to continue, and not only just to have the stamina to do it, but then like the quality, like, oh, it's just extraordinary. The people that you are in community with, you know, like just blown away by the woman that we just listened to, like just totally blown away.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so let's also do what we can to support you as well.
Thank you.
So much of what you do is supporting everybody else.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And for all of you watching on Facebook or YouTube through the Sign Network, Jon and Sommer, just go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, and that's where you can register. And you get all the Zoom room links for all of our shows going all the way through the end of September. And it's easy to register, and that's how you join us. And we do need people to join and subscribe. And it's always really wonderful when new members come into our family. I want to thank Tiara, who has been my co-pilot in Omashar's absentia. And Desiree, I love your amazing contribution. Thank you so much. And the way it is on my screen, Sylvia is right in the middle. We're all around you, Sylvia, the way it is on my screen. And sending Sylvia so much love for continuing healing and maximum grace. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful evening. I'm off to go hear Ilanerio and friends sing, and we'll see you on Wednesday night for the next edition of The Awakening World. Take care, everybody. Good night.